where should we start today? Anis, I'm gonna start with you because I've missed your updates last week. So you know, what's happening? What's new? What's new in
What's
virtual?
happening? Yeah, well, obviously we had 1.5 drop last week, and Nabil walked us through some of the features on that and what we've released. So that was again well received, and we started looking at, I guess, 1.6. And Jack, I believe you have a release date for that, right? I believe it's I don't want to give the wrong date, the week beginning of the 26th of March, right? So it'll be like 28th, 29th, I think 1.6 is coming out, if I'm correct, Jacka?
Yeah, should be around the same time as the dashboard.
Yeah.
I was just talking with Nabil if if it makes sense to release 1.6 and the dashboard at the same time, or we should do dashboard first and then next week 1.6. So we will align on that.
Okay,
Depends
cool.
on
So we're gonna
depend
align. Okay.
yeah depends on how the developers will have time with all the dashboard and everything coming up, and um,
Yeah,
is a
absolutely. Because
lot.
otherwise you end up flooding 1 week with too many releases, right? And you guys don't get to get the best experience for each of the features. It's better to stagger it so we can actually support when these features go out live properly, and you guys will get a
Yeah, because I
decent
think
experience.
dashboard itself will be a huge thing and a lot of things to do in it for a week, and then already 1.6, and then we have additional stuff coming next week. So it's gonna be packed like week by week, and I don't want to cluster everything
Yeah.
in 1 week. So,
Yeah.
but
No,
yeah,
agreed.
there's
So
gonna be
one
there's
point
gonna be
six,
yeah. Tell me more.
the features, right? So I think the features that were confirmed by the dev team that they're looking to release 1.6 are being able to toggle the 2D and 3D sound for the assets, sorry, which would be super cool. Now you can, like, the Godzilla in the background gets quite loud, or some of the mech units get quite loud. So being able to choose which ones you keep on, which ones you turn off, super useful. Public cribs, uh, mobile browser support to be able to view cribs, right? View the public cribs is coming. So you'll be able to go to the virtual website, go to the Explore Cribs page, and um, use the web interface to check out the cribs, right? Which we didn't have before. It won't have the ability to obviously customize cribs for mobile. That's a much larger piece, and there's a lot of technical constraints there. But now on higher end devices for mobile, like on my Samsung Note 3, it works pretty well. So we've got some cool functionality coming there. One that I really am looking forward to is actually just being able to remove assets really easily. So an improved way to remove your assets whilst you're in your crib, and in addition, allowing you to duplicate your furniture. Two super cool features that are coming through.
Yeah,
Then with some, yeah, go on, Yaka.
yeah. I was just about to say that those two features is something that I'm really looking forward to, because what I had a problem now is if I have, I don't know, the five of the same VFlex, for example, outside placed, right? And I want to remove one, I didn't know which one to remove, right? So it was super annoying guessing which one I want to remove. And of course, I always remove the wrong one. So, now with this feature, I'll just be able to, get closer to the item and just remove it, which will make life much easier for everyone instead of going into inventory and then removing from there. And
Exactly.
then,
It makes it much more an enriched experience for customizing it, and saves you a lot of time. It's
yeah,
simplifying life, right?
yeah, yeah, and furniture duplication, it's even better, right? Right now, if I wanted to put two couches in the middle of my room, they had to be different. No one has two different couches in his living room. You have two couches of the same type in. So that's gonna be a fun one. And the first two that you were saying are basically the biggest one here, in my opinion, right? Able to switch sound on and off, so you don't have like three Godzillas roaming at the same time. You just have one. Or I don't know, if you have music NFTs in, so you can turn all the other sounds off and just that music NFT playing on the background, stuff like that. That's gonna be it's gonna be
Absolutely,
awesome.
super important. Yeah, because with virtual and gaming experiences, sound super important, right? So now people can customize which sounds they want to stay on, which sounds they want to turn off, and not be forced to just listen to several sounds all the time. Yeah, and then we've got some out of memory issue fixes, black and white frames. Some people are getting got fixes for that, and some improved UI features that are coming through. Um, Space Pods is a maybe. Um, we still need some time to test the Space Pods drop. But yeah, I don't know if I can say much more on that, Yaka. But
Awesome, awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
and then
So
some updates
yeah,
outside of that. We've got our very own Travis, and we've got Doug. They're going to be at GDC in the upcoming weeks. So if anyone is heading down, make sure you reach out and you chat to them. GDC is obviously a game developer conference happening over in America. It's a great place to connect with like-minded builders, people working in traditional gaming space and the metaverse spaces. There's a lot of people coming down to see what's happening with Web 3.0. So we're going to be there, obviously showcasing what we're up to, and seeing if we can, do some cool things with, people in the game space. So definitely reach out if any of you guys are down.
awesome. Is there a specific reason why we're going to the JDC San Francisco? I'm hearing that's like the biggest event for.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, Yaka. Have we talked about some of the things we're doing for, going helping Web 2.0 traditional games companies, right? Moving over into, Web 3.0 and what we're doing with a games API for them.
I
I don't
asked
think we
I asked the CTO, and CTO said that we can talk about it. So just go.
CTO. You asked me? Okay,
Yes,
yeah, we can talk
CTO
about it.
Anis approved. Anis said you
Yeah.
can talk about it. So just go
So
for it.
one of the things we're doing, right, is we're looking at how we can onboard if the traditional market, right? We're all very familiar with Web3, which is, everyone's talking blockchain and metaverse. We're familiar with the concepts and we're evolving and being able to own your digital goods, right? And one of the things we've noticed is that a lot of the traditional games companies are kind of stuck in terms of adoption or understanding which path to take because they don't, they have budgets, right? But they don't have budgets to experiment with, the latest tech outside of what they're already doing because they're working with, I know Unity, there's already enough to do. So we're like, okay, let's build something that will allow them to on ramp with what we're doing, right? Um, Maybe with the games API, make the digital collectibles or the in-game assets and make them available as digital collectibles as NFTs, or have ways where we can create what we're talking about now is a social gamified metaverse, right? Where these games now come and integrate with our metaverse, so we can actually give some cool benefits to being in a metaverse within those games and vice versa. So that's big alpha. Maybe saying too much right now, too early. But that's generally the gist of it. It's really about looking at how we're gonna better acquire users in the Web3 space, and it has to be done with collaboration with the traditional players, right? So we're out there. Doug's going to be speaking. He's got to sit down with Unity, right? As the dev teams who build the engine to see how we could potentially work together moving forward. It could amount to nothing, but we're having the conversations, we're in the right places. But it's all about driving user acquisition into Virtua as a metaverse, and driving acquisition for Web 3.0 as a whole, right? So there's some super cool things there. So it's not always just about B2C, right? To bring benefits, we have to look at how we can support other businesses to adopt our metaverse as a whole, right? I think that kind of explains it. We will probably give you some more insights in a future date. But yeah, we are looking at building out I guess, a developer API where developers can easily on-ramp and actually build stuff for our metaverse, build stuff for Web 3.0. So super cool.
Very nice. Um, I think you shared some alpha there on what's what the future plans are and where things are developing in what direction and in what position and we as Virtua are. So that's
Oh
really
yeah,
really
it's
good to hear.
evolving, right? Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, it's hard to explain without giving some of that context. And I'm refraining from saying too much, and I'm like, I don't know if that explains it, but yeah, that's the best I can do for
Yeah,
now.
because I'm always trying to explain to people, and I just see the astronaut has the question on that topic that metaverse is more than just the outside space where you drive around with a car and as Doug would say, shoot, and drive over people and stuff like that, right? The metaverse is much more than that.
Oh
The
yeah,
metaverse is
absolutely.
like,
So that's just one experience that that's been built out in our ecosystem. But really, it's the future of it is how you have a shared web of interconnected experiences, right? And it's how do we have our avatars working in other games companies and their ecosystems or within their games or within their metaverses, and creating a shared space where everyone can hop around these different metaverses, right? Because otherwise, what you'd get is we're part of the OMA3 group, right, which is a collection of Web3 metaverses working together to create interoperability between metaverses and blockchain side of it as well. So looking at how you portal from one experience to another, right, whilst taking your digitally owned assets with you in a seamless manner, similar to what you do on a web browser, right? You hop from one website to another website to another website, and you can, with some applications, sign in with a unified login, like your Facebook login, right? And you carry that profile across multiple experiences. So enabling us to do that and enabling metaverses and games to do that is a challenge because there's a lot more complexity in 3D worlds than it is with, let's say, a text-based website, right? So super interesting challenges. We're enjoying the challenge. But yeah, this is, to get better traction, we're looking at how we can support those Web 2.0 traditional experiences and on-ramp them into a metaverse or blockchain world.
can a metaverse, in your opinion, survive or thrive with only Web3 people? Like, in my opinion, there is no way, right? Web3 people. There are so few people who actually play the games, who actually then
Yeah.
uses the tag, that actually uses the game that you build. That it's not sustainable, right? So it's super important to tap into Web2 space and get them involved in and
I
get their
mean,
user base in.
exactly. I don't think you can survive with just a small ecosystem for the long time, right? We're doing a pretty good job right now, and the adoption rates are really great across the industry. But really, it's like if they hadn't simplified how email works or the internet works, right? Would it have survived with just the technical people using it as what was it? Usenet. I mean, not a lot of people know what Usenet is, and how that was, transformed into be this thing called the internet. So, if it remains as it is, you won't get the mainstream adoption. And won't get enriched experiences, right, which you can share with your friends and your wider um, network, right? Like, I think for me, it's how do we get to a metaverse, right?
Oh,
Like simplifying
you
it for for
you
your
broke up
pets.
there for you broke up there for a few seconds. Can you repeat the last
Oh
sentence?
yeah, yes. So I was saying, like, how can we simplify the metaverse and web free adoption so that even my mother could use it? Like, she'll be like, okay, cool, I want a digital asset now, and not really care about the technology in the back end, or she might, you know, she wants to speak to one of my other aunties, and she'll jump into a metaverse and she'll be speaking to them. How do we simplify it, right? So it's really about, you know, building a product and systems that are available for everyone, right? And how do we get there? And we can't do that without working with companies that are in the traditional space and getting them to move over, because they'll come with a set of complexities and challenges to make the experiences as frictionless as possible. And we want to make it as frictionless as possible. And the only way to do that is to get more users coming to the space, get the conversations happening, and then you can start ironing out the technical challenges or the user experience challenges that we're facing as an ecosystem as a whole, right?
Yeah. Because what's interesting is, when we're talking with Doug, right, and he is basically that, a 2.5 guy, right? We here are, Web3 people. They there are Web2 people, and Doug is actually talking with them all the time, with the developers and with creators, and they are always saying like, creating an RPG game where you drive around with car or fly with plane, that's not a problem, right? But that's not metaverse. So what else can metaverse offers to us developers that we can't build ourselves, right? So that's that needs to be the question that we all
Absolutely,
must
and
ask.
and I have some answers, right? But it's that's like too alpha. I can't give that information yet on what we're
Yep,
trying to do to solve that problem.
yep. I mean, we will present them this idea on in GDC, right? But after that, we will also
Oh yeah, yeah.
start explaining the whole path to the community. But I'm super excited for that. Awesome. Thank you, Ani. So maybe you can answer the question from the astronaut anyway. Can you tell us about the development of the outside exterior world? When will it be?
Um, it will be this year. So we've got a. I don't know if we've talked about the 2.5D views yet, right? But maybe that's in the near future. We can start talking about that. Where we're looking at obviously want to build out these really cool 3D spaces that are explorable. But to get there quicker, we're looking at a 2.5D RTS style view where you can explore your experiences. Again, that's heavy alpha. But after last week, I did say we'd give some juicy drops so people can understand, what are we building. So in terms of that, that's all I can say. Maybe Yaka, in a few weeks or maybe a month from now, we'll be in a position to, maybe get Shahuz or one of the team members to come on and really give a deeper dive into what we're building.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We promised that a few weeks ago, but now I've seen the progress and I've seen how detailed everything is and that. So it will be probably great to get Charuz and Assad on it to explain, how much work and everything goes into that just from the art perspective and then from the development side as well. So
Yeah, so let's speak with Assad, right? If he's happy to show the work in progress, then maybe we do something earlier. But I know he always wants to show, production ready stuff. So sometimes they're a bit shy of showing stuff earlier. But hey, after the, GTA 6 leaks from last year, right? I think people understand what a blockout is and how things look in early stage development, right? Or even midway. And it can take a long time to refine. So there's a lot to do. So it's about
yeah,
what we can show, and the community just needs to understand this is work in progress.
yeah, because again, right, creating a game where you drive around with car, it's not that big of a problem, right? You have a lot of templates for that, but the back end is where things need to be developed. You can see in the crypts, or for example, right, it takes time to add different features. Just like someone is asking if we can add GIF images to the walls. We can eventually. We are collecting now the feedback. What else do you guys want to see that we will then implement in the 2.0 updates and further? But all that needs development. All that needs time. Nothing happens overnight. But I think 1.5 gave us a huge update with the marketplace links. I think that is a super super powerful tool. As soon as we start onboarding more people, and people actually realize how powerful that is, when you have now all of a sudden that your 3D immersive environment where you can put 2D 3D items down from Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, and you actually create your perfect marketplace, and it's public, everyone can enter. So yeah, great stuff. Thank you, Anis, for
Awesome. No, it's
this.
always happy to be here, Yaka.
Thank
I'm
you
looking
for
forward
this
to
update.
Cyrus's segment now. Let's go.
Yeah, me too. So I stopped talking for a while, and then I let the word to the man. Hey, Sharus.
Hey man. So who's ready for another class? Another lesson?
No, we always love to listen to you and your enthusiasm. So, what
Awesome,
did you
awesome.
what did you prepare for us, guys? I know you all remember, but just let me repeat. Sharus is a game designer at Big Immersive. Big Immersive is the development company of Virtua, and he is one of the most talented people I've ever worked with. He
Ah,
is he is a singer. He is a producer. He's a filmmaker. He's everything. He is
Yeah,
everything.
you know,
So
I agree,
too
man.
much.
She was super
Too much. You
talented.
guys are too much.
actually, I have a surprise for you, Shirus. We'll be sharing
Oh.
tomorrow. We'll be sharing the video you made from Big Immersive. We'll be sharing on our
Ah,
socials. So, guys, you'll be able to meet
awesome.
Sharus and all the producers at Big Immersive.
Yeah, it was super fun to make as well.
Yeah, yeah. We had a
We
great
just,
laugh.
I can't
We
wait.
had
I
a
can't
great
wait
laugh.
to see you out.
Um, okay, Sharus, what will you show us today?
All right, so today we're going to talk about our single sign-on feature and our profile management feature that we're coming up with. Basically, we're going to link all our products together, and we're going to have one-stop access to all of them with a single username, single password. You just sign in and you can access all of the products at the same time. And a big thing with that as well is with your profile management system is that you can connect multiple wallets as well. So I'm going to show you the design and the user journey for that. Let me just share my screen.
I'm super excited for that one. That's something a lot of people were actually asking about in the previous updates. How will this look like? How will I connect multiple wallets? How will
Yeah,
this
I'm happy to,
dashboard look like? So let's see it. Top left,
for sure.
top left icon. Everyone, click watch stream. Let's give it a second for people
Yeah, no worries.
to very clean. Looks very clean. Sign in with Ethereum wallet, Cardano
That's
wallet.
right.
Awesome. Okay, let's get in. Let's get on a journey.
All right. So, I mean, we begin with our standard sign-in functionality. You've got your username, you've got your password, and then you basically sign in. And what we've added is we can sign in using our wallets as well, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's Cardano. And if you want to create an account, if you don't already have a virtual account, you can create it easily as well. Where you can just enter your username, confirm your password, and just sign up. So
Clean.
we have the option of connecting our wallets and signing in as well. If we pick Ethereum, we can connect with any of these options. If we continue with MetaMask, you've got your wallet connected. You have your username and password associated with that wallet as well. you just type in, if you're a new user and this is the first time you're linking your account, the first username and password that you type in is going to be linked to that wallet. So the next time that you connect your wallet again, you can use the same username and password and sign in. It's going to be connected here. It's going to show you that it's connected. And if you want to disconnect, you can just simply disconnect. And we've got the same with Cardano as well. We've got Nami, Eternal, and extra options as well. So let's get into it. This is the page that you're greeted with when you first sign in. You've got your profile, your manager account button here, which leads it back to the same place, but it's how it works. You've got your sign out option here as well. And then you've got your console where you can access all of the products that Virtua has to offer. You've got Prime Dashboard, Game Dashboard that's upcoming. You've got your marketplace, you've got a Virtua Hub, Cardano Island, Game Portal, and whatever products that Virtua is going to have is going to be accessible through this console. And then you have your dark mode and light mode as well. Currently, I just have dark mode to show you. We're still working on the light mode. Over here, you can upload a photo or you can choose an avatar as well. So we've got Ready Player Me, Virtua character that we're coming up with. We've got Virtua avatars as well. So if you select any one of them, click save, it's just going to update here. Currently, it's not updating. Again, this is only Figma. So yeah, that's a good option there as well. And you can all right, and then you have your info, and all of the details that you need to enter here are optional. The only thing that's required from a user wanting to manage their profile is their username and password. But if the user wants to, they can add their name, they can add their email address, phone number, and country of origin as well. Email address, phone number have a bit of a functionality as well that comes on later that I'm going to show you, but it's completely optional that you want to do it. And then you can redeem codes as well if we give out codes for new NFTs, or if you've received a code as a giveaway, you can just enter the code here and you're going to receive that gift over here as well. Then you've got your transactions view down here. You have your NFT transactions, which is your marketplace characters, marketplace assets and whatnot. And then you've got your wallet transactions as well. When you I want to say upload? No, when you deposit, when you deposit money into your virtual wallet, it's going to show you your wallet transactions here as well with their status. And you've got tabs for last 7 days and last month as well. And you've got a calendar that you can pick from. Speaking of, we have the option of adding funds to our virtual wallet. You've got your standard payment methods. You've got credit, debit card, and PayPal for now. And the rest of it is just standard, adding funds. TVK feature, eventually what we're going to have is we're going to be able to buy the token here as well. But right now we're not, for our first version, we're not going to implement it because it takes a lot of development time. We're working on it. So when it's ready, we'll be able to show you as well. You've got your security options where you can update your password, ask for your password, your original password, but you can re-enter, you can enter your new password and it's gonna update it for you. And then you have your two-step verification. And when I talked about your email and phone number coming in use, it was for 2FA. So if you want to enable 2FA, you tell them who you are, and then you need to at least have one of these things, either your phone number or your email, to enable two-factor, because that's where the code is going to be sent, right? And then it's going to show you your connected devices as well. So in the security tab, it's going to show you where you're logged in at the moment and give you the ability to sign out as well. And this is the big one. This is where you can connect all your wallets. So if you can see here, we've got our MetaMask collected, we've got our Solana, and we've got our Cardano as well. You can connect all the wallets, and then it usually automatically syncs, but to reduce too many calls going to the backend, too much overload in our backend system. We're gonna do the syncing automatically in intervals and not at runtime. So the user, if they really wanna update it as fast as they can click on the sync button, and all their wallet assets will be synced with the database. All their DLCs, all their assets, they can get in whatever product that they're gonna use. So basically, you add your wallet. We're gonna give an example of Ethereum. It's standard procedure. You connect your MetaMask, you sign in, and it's gonna get connected over here. And one option we have is you can make the wallet primary. So whenever you go into any of the different spaces, like let's say, for example, you have your crypt space and you log in, and you've already logged in, and MetaMask is your primary wallet, all the assets from MetaMask are going to be displayed there. Similar to Prime Dashboard as well, when we come out with it, when you have your land plots, when you have your resources, and etc. MetaMask would be your primary wallet, and everything from there would be displayed in that website. And then you've got your linked accounts.
Shorus, can I ask you a question that just popped up in the community? How many wallets can you connect?
So currently we haven't put any limit to it. We have tested it with about 6 Cardano wallets and 6 what do you call
Ethereum
wallets? Yeah, Ethereum wallets. So right now there's no limit, but it really depends on our stress test. We're going to stress test it at how many wallets we can actually implement, and then we can give you a better answer of what the limit is. But so far we've done 6 of each, and we haven't had any issues in the testing phase.
That's great to hear. That's awesome to hear. Actually, I know that a lot of people were a bit worried if you'll be able to connect just one. But if there's an option to connect 5 of each or 10 of each, I think that's. But what about cold wallets? Have you guys thought about how to work with cold wallets?
So in our first version, we haven't really implemented the cold wallet system yet, but we are thinking about it, and we are working on how we can implement the cold wallets as well. It is in the pipeline, but not right now.
Can you elaborate on some of that as well, right? So support for cold wallets, comes through the plugins that you get for the different chains, right? So if you got your MetaMask, you've got your Nami or Eternal wallet on Cardano, etc. How well they support hardware wallets impacts how well we can support it within the app. I know with MetaMask, right, if we kind of do what's written on the tin as a developer, it will support hardware wallets on EVM chains that we support. So there we shouldn't have too much of an issue. Solana and Cardano, I think we need to do a deeper dive on, and to make sure that hardware wallets supporting those chains actually work through plugins like Nami and Eternal. But the general rule of thumb is, if the plugin supports it, then our dApps will most likely support it as well. But yeah, as Drew says, we need to test those scenarios out. But we're not going to officially support it in V1.
Because we can't really afford to make mistakes when it comes to wallets and cryptocurrency, right? We don't want people to lose assets, or to have some weird stuff happening to their wallets. So we do a lot of testing before we implement anything, and with the multiple connections of wallets as well, we're only going to release it if we know that it's safe to release and it's completely protected and just cyber safe before we release it. So it does take a lot of testing, and with cold wallets, it is a tricky part with, like Anis said, with the plugins. So we're taking extra care with the hardware wallet connectivity. And in the end, we have your linked accounts. So for example, if you want your Google username to display in your main sort of account overview, you can connect your accounts and use one of them as your username as well, the profile picture from Google as well. And that's pretty much what version 1 is going to be for your profile management.
Can you squeeze Discord in there as well? That would
Of
be
course,
super nice.
of course, yeah, of course. These are just examples because this is Figma, but this is gonna have whatever the popular social
Yes,
media platforms are.
Twitter,
Absolutely.
Discord.
Yeah.
100%,
And this is all optional, by the way, right?
100%. Yeah,
Like
You
what,
don't need
you
to
know,
have any of that, right? You don't need to connect
you
Google. You
don't.
don't need to connect Facebook or Ready
yeah.
Player Me. That's all
Nope.
optional, just to
All optional.
increase. Yeah, just to increase the experience that you can have, right? For
Yeah,
example,
we want to
with
bring everything closer together. We want to interconnect all of the users, different avenues of web into one-stop place. So it's just an extra option, like it is with your name, your email address, and all of that.
Yeah, because one thing that we didn't discuss a lot about, and it's a part of a larger story that we'll be releasing in the coming weeks, is for example, different quests that we are now you know able to experience on Twitter, for example, and you'll be now able to experience this through Virtua, and we have some partners which are super excited for that, and
Yeah.
that's why connecting socials is gonna be important. Okay, enough of me talking. I'm gonna tell too much. Um, Sharuz, what
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome. Tell us, guys, in the comments. Do you like this user profile? I think it's amazing. It looks so clean, so easy to use, and just can't wait for this to be launched. What else? What else did you prepare for us?
So should I show them what we've
Mm-hmm.
been? All right, fair enough. Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
I
just
think
stop
you'll
sharing
need
my
to.
screen, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna share it again. Just
And you sound good for being under the weather. So
oh, it's
um,
just the fever. It's like
yeah,
I
just
don't
fever.
have it.
That's
Yeah.
nothing. Fever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's what Asad and Nabil said as well. It's nothing.
It's nothing. Just
Yeah.
you have timeline to catch, so no fever will
Ooh.
stop you.
Wait, hold on. This might be a problem.
Might be a problem.
No, wait. Because they're still in the final testing phase, they might have removed my assets. Oh no, wait.
Ah,
No, they're there. They're there.
okay, cool.
Some of them. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I would show
Here
you
we
the
go.
dashboard already, but I didn't get access yet. I
You
was
guys see?
promised. I was promised the access. Yes, we can. Wow,
Yep.
that's it.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the dashboard that we're gonna release soon. It's in testing phase, it's in bug fixing phase, but we're hopefully, gonna release it very soon.
No,
As
not
no,
very soon. By the end of
no.
the month. Don't say
Well,
very soon.
I'm talking about development companies very soon,
Ah, okay,
2025,
okay.
26.
End of the month is very soon, no?
Yeah. I know,
Yeah.
but uh,
You know how game companies
I
say
don't
they're
want to
gonna
hear
release a
any
game?
more anytime soon. We have a date. We have a release date.
All right,
So
all right.
don't do
I'm gonna
don't
leave
do
the
this
date
to
to
us.
you. I'm gonna leave the dates to you. For me, you're
Just
just
to
gonna hear it
confirm,
soon.
right? Shrews, what we're seeing is not a Figma, right? It's not a design. It's
No, this is
actual working.
This
yeah.
is the real
Yes.
deal. This is
This
not
is
a
the real
Figma.
deal.
Let's
You
go,
you can see
guys.
my wallet's connected, and you can see that I've got land in my. Again, this is in the testing phase. We're still working on it. I don't have any cribs right now because this is my Ethereum wallet that's connected. But yeah, so I've got one land, which is uh, a large plot on Monster Zone, and it's plot ID 4802. And the resources that I can get from it is Spirit Cell, Gold, and Radia, as you can see here, temporary storage. And I've got my claims page here. And in my claims page, you can see that I have my LAN has emitted Spirit Silk and Radia in the past 24 hours. And I've got the value right here. It's a resource. And when we click on claim, it's going to claim it. And your temporary storage is going to go back to 0 out of whatever the limit is. And same with Radia, you're going to claim it. It's going to go. And you have your temporary storage to 0%. You're going to get your rewards here as well. When we talked about rewards portal before, we're going to integrate it within the dashboard. And then you're going to get your resources here as well. So if we go into the inventory, we've claimed our resources. They've dropped into our inventory now. And if you click on them, it's going to have a description of what the resource is. And yeah, the resources are officially in your inventory. You can eventually craft with them. We're going to bring crafting quests and all of that as well. And this is where you take your resources from, and then you start crafting. And then in LAN management, we have implemented the configuration panel as well, which is not opening. Of course, it's not opening because it's in testing phase. But yeah, so what we have is that when we click on this, you've got your panel open up on the right side, and you can attach your crib. It's in working state. Trust me, believe me, it's in working state. If I had my other laptop,
I've seen the team demo it to me as well.
Exactly.
About issues. I believe you.
You can drag and drop your land bots. It's going to show the bonuses as well, and it's going to implement the bonuses with your land as well. So it's in working condition. We're ironing out the bugs. We're doing our final QA tests. We're doing our UATs, and we're ready to deliver after that. And of course, you can go to your different websites from here. You've got your banners.
It's really good to see how everything is falling together. Like, stuff that we've been talking about now, for months and showing, and you've been here like a month ago on this show, right? Presenting the Figma, and basically what in 14 days we'll have a
working version.
A working version released, version 1, and then updates will follow monthly. So
Definitely.
can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Then
I'm very excited
for a first claim. Yeah, for a first claim, and then first quests and crafting then and stuff like that. Oof. It's gonna be packed. Yeah, and that's just one of the things that are coming. I'm just super excited.
Yeah.
Okay, 100%. Guys, thank you both for joining this week's dev update. The next one, it's gonna be the round 1. It's gonna be episode 10. Maybe we can bring some special guests back in, or maybe we can have you back, Sharuz, with the working. A properly working dashboard.
Yeah, for sure. I would be better prepared. I didn't realize I didn't have my wallet connected in this.
No worries. No worries. The main thing that I wanted you to show today is that user management, user profile system, which I found it like very, very cool.
Yeah.
And
so Mr. Mayhem just asked a question there. If you watch the virtual profile system demo that Sharuz did, or the design walkthrough, so you'll be able to connect multiple wallets to one account, and then that account will be able to do everything from one login. So you won't have to bring them all back into one wallet. So you'll be able to connect multiple wallets, and that's something that Sharuz demoed earlier on. And
I think Mr. Mayhem, you missed the part when Sharuz was showing the. Yeah, can you show it again?
Yeah, one second.
Just for Mr. Mayhem to see how you will be able to connect different wallets. So you'll be able to connect, for example, 5 different Cardano wallet and 2 Ethereum wallet, 1 Solana wallet, and whatever we come up with in the future, and partner with different chains. So did you open up? No, okay. No worries. You can now check at the stream. Check the stream that you started, and you will see this wallet connections. And here is where you will be able to connect different Cardano wallets. So you'll be able to connect your 5 wallets or 10 wallets, whatever you have, and see all the assets. Yeah, Minty, we're just talking about this. Awesome. Awesome. And the sync button is also something that people were like asking me a lot. Can we implement the sync button? And that's gonna be cool. So
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I was muted. What I was saying is that you just use your Virtua credentials and log into your dashboard, and whatever wallet you've connected, all the assets from those wallets are going to be imported into your dashboard. So if you've got Cardano, you've got plots in Cardano, you've got plots in on Monster Zone, you can just bring them in.
that's great. Awesome. Again, thank you guys for coming up for this show today. Great talk. I think we learned a lot of new things. Some alpha never seen before, and that's why we have this show, right? So we get to know things first before they go to the socials. So thanks again, and I invite everyone to join us for the next dev update next week, episode 10. It might be special. Might be special. So see you soon. Bye bye.
See you soon, guys. Bye bye.
All right. Take care,
Thanks again.
guys. Happy to be here. Bye bye.